Hey, everybody. We are live at Paste Studios right now with Talos. Guys, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. We are. So Far Out Dust is the current album that exists right now. It's out in the world. So congratulations on that. And you guys are doing 3 off of the debut album, Wild Ali.
Yeah.
And can you tell us what you're going to start out with?
The first song is the first song that I finished for the first album. It's a song called Landscapes. Oh, devil, hide amongst the reeds and water. The body's under me when you held me close. Did you die when I spoke? You had it all. Snap together in your landscapes. We are heat stains, magnetized by the nightlight as a feather. I would suffer for your landscapes in the moon haze. All that's left are our bloodlines. Snap together in your landscapes. We are heat stains, magnetized by the nightlight as a feather. I would suffer for your landscapes in the moon haze. All that's left are our bloodline. Oh, devil, hide amongst the leaves and water. The bleach is over me and you held me close. Did you die when I spoke? You had it all. Snap together in your landscapes. We are heat stains, magnetized by the nightlight as a feather. I would suffer for your landscapes in the moon haze. All that's left are our bloodlines. Snap together in your landscapes. We are heat stains, magnetized by the nightlight as a feather. I would suffer for your landscapes in the moon haze. So there's left our bloodline. Well tough, the skin is ours, never fraught in falling words. This here hope leads us astray. Lie now and never hope. The eye is moving over us. Feel it start a godless day. Snap together in your landscapes. We are heat stains, magnetized by the nightlight as a feather. I would suffer for your landscapes in the moon haze. All that's left are our bloodlines. Snap together in your landscapes. We are heat stains, magnetized by the nightlight as a feather. I would suffer for your landscapes in the moon haze. So that's
right. Thank you, guys. That sounds
Yeah,
great.
thank you.
Yeah. We one of the questions that I tend to ask in here, just because there's so much rock and roll history around, is about influences. What did you guys listen to growing up or love generally as a band? But doing research for this, just found out that you, as you were studying to be an architect, started this band, and I mean that's one of the most interesting sentences I've probably ever read. That the architecture and music influences cross-pollinated each other, and one informed the other.
Yeah.
What does that mean? How specifically did they inform each other?
I think it kind of came down to process more so, you know. I think it, I suppose, within architecture, I suppose you're kind of negotiating or playing with space, and within music, you're kind of doing the same thing in a way. And I think that was probably the biggest lesson from it is how to kind of create space or something, or how to kind of appreciate it, and that was something that I tried to embody quite viciously into what I make, I think, in a way, you know. I think as well, you know, there are all those kind of tropes, like, you know, you become very aware of light and shadow, and you become very aware of the kind of grandness of scale and stuff. So, I mean, it just dipped in and out, but it kind of came down to process, and it came down to how I gained a critical eye, I think, from what I studied, you know, and just being able to kind of say when something is ready to be thrown out or when something is ready to kind of be invested in or something, you know. Well,
dude, I mean the existence of space in the arrangement that you guys just played, it clearly is a spacious. It feels spacious without anything having been left out. It's appropriately.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of as kind of much down to how the guys play and probably what the guys influences were growing up, which were probably very different to mine, I'd imagine. So yeah, I think it's kind of an interesting. I suppose it's quite an interesting pairing in that we came from very different musical backgrounds, I think, in a lot of ways, and yeah.
Well, dude, I'm enjoying very much what you guys are playing here today, so thanks for doing it. And can you tell us what you're going to do second off of Wild Ali?
This is a song called Kansas.
And call to the feast, I'll bring the bones. Stay with the skies and I'll go along in the sea, a heart in the snow. Who leaves when the carnage is cold? Under the lights I'll be ten stone. Who wages a war in white gold? Now call to the feast, I'll bring the bones. Sign of the beast I hold. To the feast, I'll bring the bones. Stay with the skies and I'll go along in the sea, a heart in the snow. Who leaves when the carnage is cold? Under the I'll be ten stone. Who wages a war in white gold? Call to the feast, I'll be the bone. Sign of the beast I hold.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Nice one.
Can you swap the mic around and do that instrumentation change? We'll get the get the cameras reset. I've got an instrumentation change for the third one. Can you talk a little bit about, so compared to the relatively stripped back setup that you guys are playing here today at Paste Studios, what do people see when they go out to see you at Pioneer Works tonight? Or congratulations on the tour routing. This is outrageous.
You,
There's New York tonight, Toronto Saturday night, San Francisco Monday night, LA on Wednesday, and then back to Western Europe for dates literally throughout till the end of 2019. So you guys are going to be busy.
Yeah, it's full on.
Yeah.
Somebody either likes us or hates us, I don't know. It's what was the question again? Sorry.
So what do people see when they go out to any of these myriad shows that are announced between now and 2019? What does the live setup look like versus the arrangement here today?
Well, I think we've kind of endeavored to take what's great about the albums and make it a very different experience. You know, I think it's, you know, I kind of drew a line in the sand, and everybody drew a line in the sand that it was going to feel very different to what the album feels like, in a sense. And I think, you know, we have made it very clear that they're two very different spaces, you know. I think the album is something that you can at times feel like it's being whispered at you, and then and you really feel the kind of scale of dynamics. And then the live show is a very communal thing, you know. It's a very kind of communal end to like an extremely solitary and lonesome process, which is making an album. You know what I mean? So I think that's very much it. It's quite ferocious. It's quite raw. It's quite kind of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think in the live shows where we all kind of come together, you know, and it's where this kind of pool of mad kind of backgrounds makes a very kind of weird and loud painting or something. I don't know. It's hard to kind of say.
Yeah. Well, man, thanks for bringing it here today.
Thank you, man.
And hopefully everyone who's tuned into this broadcast is able to check you out at some point across this country or across Western Europe. At some point in 2019 and beyond. All those dates are up at This is Talos.com.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about what's coming up third?
So this is a song called This Is Us Colliding, and I think in a way this was the song that when I finished it had a very defining role as to how the album was going to feel and sound, and it kind of drove it kind of was a very kind of pivotal moment in the album coming together.
I walk away from home. Your residing words reach across my heart's go alone and face it all. We speak with iron tongues and temper the heart for me. Our love bore the wildest sea. If I was you, then I'd take it all back. Our love bore the wildest sea. Our love bore the wildest sea. If I could to, then I take it all back. Our love for the wildest sea. This is us colliding. I walk away from home, banished to the front to conquer all we want. Unclone the earth of us, reveal what I've become, and temper the heart from me. Our love bore the wildest sea. If I was you, then I'd take it all back. Our love bore the wildest sea. Our love bore the wildest sea. If I could too, then I'd take it all back. Our love bore the wildest sea. This is us colliding. We could get lost to get saved. Fear the waters are wild again. I'm always sworn against the sky. Our love bore the wildest sea. If I was you, then I'd take it all back. Our love bore the wildest sea. This is us colliding. Our love bore the wildest sea. If I could too, then I'd take it all back. Our love bore the wildest sea. This is us colliding. This is more than you'll ever know. This is us colliding. This is more than you'll ever know. This is more than you'll ever know. This is us colliding. This is more than you'll ever know.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much for doing this. We appreciate it. You've got to get out of here. You got to get to Pioneer Works right now. So so travel safely and
Thank
travel
you.
safely zigzagging across this country.
Yeah,
There's a
we'll
ton of
try.
dates. They're all up at thisistalos.com. And best of luck on so Wild LE has been out. We just heard 3 from that. Far Out Dust is out in the world. So
Yeah.
congratulations on
Thank
the
you
new
very
release.
much. Thank you.
And man, thanks again guys for doing this and travel safely.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us.